Welcome to Popternative, where we dive into topical discussions from the worlds of pop culture, social media, and sports. Here is your host, Peter Remoliotis, aka PD Beats.
PD Beats here from Popternative, speak to Brady M about the black phone. Welcome to the show, man. Thank you so much for being here.
Thank you for having me.
I mean, it's been pretty nonstop for you in the cast, let's be honest, but you're loving every second of it, right?
Mm-hmm. Definitely.
The edits, the fan art, I mean, it's been so amazing to see, right, Brady?
Yeah, it really has. Like, some people are so creative. It amazes me.
It's so amazing. What's it like being on a horror movie when the landscape for horror is so big right now?
Well, first off, like, going into knowing that this was a horror movie, it's not like what I thought it would be.
Okay.
Like, in my mind, it's like, oh yeah, it's a horror movie. But really, it's not a horror movie until I, like, add everything. So it's just, like, really cool to see how the finished product became, like, a horror movie. And it's like, whoa, that is not what I expected to happen at all. But that's, like, what it looks like.
Oh, absolutely. What did you know in terms of auditioning? Did you audition for one of the bullies? Like, how much did you know about the audition process? About like the movie?
I got the audition like at night after school.
Okay.
And it was for all three bullies.
Okay.
So that's all I knew. I only knew like that one scene that I auditioned with.
Okay.
And then I did the audition, and then a few days later I heard back. But like at first it was like, oh, do two of them at once and then do the other one. So it was really like strange to see, oh, these are separate characters now, and like all three are like together.
Yeah, absolutely. And there are two scenes I wanted to talk to you about. We'll talk about one first and we'll talk about the other one. The first scene is the bathroom scene. And that's a really important scene because Miguel, who plays Robin, that's kind of where you guys are chasing Finney and he defends Finney and everything. What was it like filming that scene specifically?
Well, filming that scene, since like again I was like really new to this, so seeing how it's like cut off in one section and how they can like fit all these people into one room, that's really cool. And that's also like when I first met some of these people.
Yeah.
So that was really nice. And that scene was really fun to film. Like
Yeah.
I enjoyed all of it.
It's funny because you do such a great job too, because, you know, you guys are very confident and you guys are not very nice and you're running and you're talking smack to Finney. And then Robin comes in and you're just terrified. Like, you do such a great job. If people go back and see like your character, you're just like, oh my God, like, what do I do? Like the tables have turned on your character, basically. Have you gone back and seen that scene? It's pretty funny to see. Like you're like the bullies, and then it's like, oh, not so tough now, and then you're just all like freaking out. Like, what was that like seeing that? Did you watch that back?
Yeah, I watched it back, and it's so funny. It's because like there's three of us, and you think with there being three of us, and we're acting so tough that oh yeah, we could handle him. But as soon as he walks in, we're all like shocked, and then we're trying to leave, and it's just like, wow, how much has this kid done before from what we've seen?
Yeah. I mean, I heard too, I interviewed Jordan Isaiah White, who plays one of the other bullies, Maddie, and he told me there was a sponge with like the blood. Yeah, you said that cracked you guys up, right?
Every time either too much blood would come out or like not enough, but like everywhere you would look, then there would be blood in that spot, like on the sink, and when we'd leave the like the bathroom, like to come in from inside the door, there'd just be like a stain of blood on the outside of the door where he opens it because of his hand. So like every time we do the scene, the blood on the like door just got worse and worse.
Yeah,
and that just.
And the context too is because he was in a fight, right? So he's going to clean his hand, right? Because he was punching, punching the other bully. Robin does not like bullies. Let's be honest. I want to ask too about the bathroom scene again. because there's a build-up, right, where you're chasing Finney. So there was like a lot of running. Like, what was that like filming those sequences as well before you got into the bathroom, like in the hallways and stuff?
Well, we filmed like the running scene and the bathroom scene like at two completely separate times. So like,
wow, okay.
like we started like outside the door for that scene. So that was also like really strange. It's like, whoa, I did this, and now it's a different day, and now I'm finishing the process of chasing after him.
So was that kind of cool and weird to see that in the movie then? Be like, wow, those were 2 different days.
It was so weird because it like fit so well together, and I'm just like, I don't know how these people do this, but like I was like, there's no difference here. I can see exactly like it looks like I completely did that in like one thing. Like it's actually like all the way through, but really it was just 2 separate parts.
Absolutely. And in another scene with the bullies, obviously the fight scene, and then Gwen, played by Madeline McGraw, throws that rock that hits Jordan's character. What was that kind of scene like? Where was that like? What was that whole scene like specifically? Because that's a big sequence and it's outside. Like, what was that scene like specifically?
Oh, that scene was crazy because like we had to do like stunt work and learn what we are gonna do beforehand,
Okay.
and that was like, oh, I have not done this before, and seeing the stunt doubles being there and like they're dressed in the same outfit as the characters, everything was just so weird to me because it's like, okay, we got the punching from this shot, and then we're gonna do the same punching, but instead, like same punching and kicking, but like instead we're gonna turn it from this angle. So we filmed that for a couple hours, and it's like, okay, that way, and then in between, like it would stop like times that I wouldn't think you would stop, but like it makes sense for the camera because you're switching between perspectives. But like, say I'd be like mid kick, or like someone would be doing something, and then you stop and you get it from another angle. So that was really cool.
And you like knew in advance, like that there for that sequence, right? That there was going to be like stunt doubles, right? Like a couple of days, like a week before going to film that, like you knew what was going on. But was it cool to kind of actually see it and see all the stunt doubles? Like it's one thing to be like, oh yeah, like there's going to be some fight scene and there's going to be like stunt double work and everything, but actually seeing it is a completely different thing too, right?
Yeah, and it was so weird because like I'd be seeing people, and then like say Mason who's on the ground, and there's a stunt double that like with the same like everything on, so you think it is. And since we're supposed to like kick the stunt double or like kind of kick him so it looks accurate, like sometimes we didn't know they switched Mason out.
Yeah.
So we might accidentally kick Mason and we wouldn't have any idea.
Oh man, that's so crazy. Yeah, no, those are the bullies in Black Phone have there's some big scenes. It's pretty cool. People talk about those scenes a lot. And there's a lot of edits and it's pretty crazy. The movie came out in the summertime in theaters. So people got to see it in theaters and people are loving it and everything. It recently came out on digital, Blu-ray, and DVD as well, which is exciting. But we're going to snap our fingers, Brady, and it's going to be spooky season. It's going to be October. It's going to be Halloween. Is it really exciting that the movie has these legs for about 3-4 months with the June to October? It's pretty exciting to think about that. People are going to be watching it for a good amount of time.
I know, it's so crazy. And especially with Halloween, like if I go out on Halloween and I see someone with like a grabber costume, like that would just blow my mind because it's like, whoa, we did this like a few months ago, or like a few years ago, actually, like a year ago.
But the movie hasn't been out for that long.
I know, it's just so weird because like I feel like it's in summer and then it keeps releasing in other countries. So it's like, whoa. It's just people are just now seeing it. And that just blows my mind.
It's when you go on Instagram and you see all the edits, that's when you start to realize how popular the film is globally, right? It's when you're checking your Instagram, right? That's safe to say?
Yeah, definitely. Like, or on TikTok or like other stuff like that. We're seeing like articles. I just don't even understand. It's like, it's everywhere. And I'm just like, wow.
It really is everywhere. Cool. People are loving it. Very quickly before we wrap up, I mean, you can say, the people you got to work with, that's fine. But what's your favorite thing about being part of the Black Phone?
Well, my favorite thing about being part of the Black Phone, I know like being like the people I work with, but like really making like good friendships with all those people.
Yeah.
Because like at first I don't like usually talk to people that much when I don't know them, just because like I talk a lot like if I know you, but I don't really talk a lot before that.
Yeah.
But like meeting them and everyone like just includes you in everything, and I made tons of friends, which since they're all around my age, it's like whoa, I never thought I would do this, like acting, but like that's what happened, and that really made me like want to keep going and continue, just because of how nice the people were and how many
Absolutely.
good did.
Absolutely. And the movie's available now to own at home now, whether there's digital, Blu-ray, DVD, which is so exciting. And then Halloween around the corner. There's going to be a lot of black phone costumes out there. I bet, yeah, people are probably going to, I wonder if you go online, you could probably get the grabber mask. I'm pretty sure like people are going to look into that and ask about that for sure. Brady, thank you so much for coming on Popternative. It was so great chatting with you.
Of course, it was great chatting with you too.
And speaking of the social media, plug away with your Instagram and your TikTok so people can follow, keep update with everything.
Okay, my Instagram is Brady Ryan Official.
Yep.
And my TikTok is Brady_Ryan, I believe. I recently started doing TikTok, so I'm not completely sure on that, but I think that's what it is. So you should be able to find me with that.
Absolutely. Well, this has been Popterna, youtube.com/Popterna for previous episodes. Until next time, this is Brady M. Ryan from the Black Phone and PD Beats signing off.
Thank you for tuning in to Popternative. Make sure to check out our past episodes of Popternative on YouTube. Be sure to like Popternative on Facebook and follow us on Twitter.
This has been an Autograph Communications production.